Good morning, everybody. It is Charlie, and welcome back to another stream on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. It is match day, guys, as Leeds United take on Manchester City this afternoon at the Etihad in around 4 hours' time. Kick-off at 3 o'clock at the Etihad. This is sort of like a new thing that I might start doing. Obviously, please give feedback in the comments section or in the live chat. Is this something that you would want me to do more often? Obviously, I am on holiday next week for the Newcastle game, but obviously games moving forward from that into next season as well. I just thought it'd be something different where obviously, I know that I do a preview the day before the game, but I thought, sometimes you wake up thinking a bit differently on match day, and it is a good idea to try and get all of your guys' thoughts and opinions going into this game, as it's literally just hours away now. Just before we get into it in more detail, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new as well. And of course, get your comments in the live chat as we go along, and in the comments section if you're watching this after the live stream ends. We'll just go for maybe, I don't know, about half hour tops. It's literally just so that we can have a little chat amongst ourselves about this game and just, see how the nerves are so far this morning. So there's 12 of you in the building. If you wouldn't mind smashing a like on the video and subscribing, that would be brilliant. JC's in the building as always. Morning, Charlie. How's it going? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Obviously, I'm nervous, as we all are, because as always with football, it's that glimmer of hope that kills you. Obviously, there's a very, very small part of my brain that is thinking, what if Big Sam Allardyce pulls off the shock of the season this afternoon and beats Man City live on Sky, and it'd really put a spanner in the works when it comes to the title race as well. Obviously, Arsenal fans, I think, would love us if we could do them a solid this afternoon. But unfortunately, I don't think that will be the case. I know I said, obviously, that I am doing this stream just as I don't know, seeing if I feel a bit differently from my preview. I don't feel massively different. Obviously, I'm seeing tweets, I'm seeing highlights of the Stuart Dallas winner in the COVID season a few seasons ago, and I know that everybody's getting excited by it, and I understand it, but Manchester City this season are a different beast, completely different animal. I think Erling Haaland is arguably the best player in the world at this current moment for me. I think he's just a guarantee. I feel like there'll be loads of people putting bets on Haaland to get a hat trick today, and people will be winning bets left, right, and centre on this game because I just can't see anything other than a Man City win, even if they only beat us 1 or 2-0. I just can't see anything past a Man City win. Look, Sam Allardyce, yeah, is experienced, to put it nicely, but I I just can't see what plan that Sam Allardyce could put together that could really help Leeds United get one over on Pep Guardiola's Man City today. I think it'll be a very, very tough afternoon for us. But this is not a game that will define the season. If we get beat heavily today and then Leeds go down, we're not going to be looking at this game come the end of the season and thinking it was because of that City game that Leeds went down. There's so many other games that were winnable this season that we've not won. I'm thinking Everton at home earlier on in the season, Southampton away, second game of the season. I know it's only the second game, but that could come back to bite us on the backside now. Aston Villa at home when they were under Steven Gerrard. There's a lot of games. There's other games, Brentford at home. It's there are plenty of other games that Leeds United should have done better in so far this season, and we haven't, and that's why we're in the position that we're in ultimately. But it's one of them things, isn't it, guys? If we get beat heavily today, look, I'm having a few family members round later on for it, and we're just going to have a drink and a laugh, because if you don't laugh, you'll cry. I've resigned myself to relegation now. I've accepted it up here. I have. So if Big Sam keeps us up now, then it will be amazing. It'll be better than last season, 100%. Because last season we had Rafinha and, well, yeah, we had Rafinha, basically. This season we haven't. Nonto is kind of like our Rafinha, and I think if Allardyce utilises him in the best way possible, then Nonto can have an effect on this team. Of course he can. It'll be interesting to see how he squares up against maybe Kyle Walker or Akanji maybe today. Or it might even be Rico Lewis. I actually think with Real Madrid coming on Tuesday night for Man City, that we could see a lot of changes for them, but the players that they bring in are still world class. So ultimately, it's just a lose-lose for Leeds United today. We've got a few more comments from Jay. If I'm honest, I'm expecting us to be absolutely mauled today, so I'm not too nervous. If we go 1-0 up, then I'll be bricking it. If we go 1-0 up, mate, and then they end up winning, just the fact that we've gone 1-0 up will be a win for me. It will, because I will be stunned if we get a shot on target today, genuinely. And that might sound extra negative. It might sound, but it's just the facts, guys. This is Man City we're talking about here. At least Newcastle next week. Yes, they're a good team as well. But it's at Ellen Road. There's maybe avenues you could look at and think maybe Leeds could get a point here or we could nick a win there. This game, I think we've all accepted is going to be a defeat. It's just a matter of by how much. If Leeds can score a goal in this, I'll be delighted. If we get beat 6 or 7-1, just the fact that we scored that one will make up for it. And we will only catch them on counter-attacks if we can. I think City are smart, City are intelligent, they're clever. Their football IQs are far superior to ours. So even when they lose the ball to us and we're on the counter-attack, they'll have the players to be able to recover the ball quick. They will. If we go a goal up early, Man City, the City players, the City fans will not be worrying in the slightest. In the slightest. Even if we go in at half time 1-0, they'll come out and beat us probably 3 or 4-1 in the second half. Of course they will. Look at West Ham overnight. West Ham put up a very good fight against Man City for that first half. They went in at half time 0-0. But then second half they came out and they beat them 3-0. Like, it's just City don't need to panic. They've just got that much quality. Even if Haaland starts on the bench and it's not going well for him, they'll just bring Haaland on for the last half hour and he'll probably bag about 3 or 4 goals. That's just how good he is. And especially with how weak we are defensively as well. I said in my predicted 11 overnight, I think Big Sam will go with a back 5 today. I think it'll be wing backs with a back 3. So I think Ayling will be at right wing back. I think Firpo will be left wing back, and the 3 at the back, because obviously he said Cooper's definitely out. So for me, the 3 at the back will be Strauch, Verber, and Robin Koch. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I think the 2 in the midfield will be Forshaw and Rocker. I think McKennie will drop to the bench. And then I think the 3 up top. I think the 3 up top will be Nonto, Rodrigo, and Harrison. Could maybe argue Bamford being in there just for the, I say, physicality. The 1% of physicality that he's got. Genuinely, guys, if there's someone in the chat, there's 14 of you in the building. If there's someone in the chat who thinks we can win this game legitimately and you're not on drugs or anything, please write something in the chat and tell me why you think we can beat Man City today. I actually want some positivity. I want to be sitting on sofa at 3 o'clock feeling confident, but I'm not. That's why I'm just going to try and drink as much as possible today, and it'll just help get over it quicker, because it is what it is. And I'll happily watch Match It Day later, because it genuinely is what it is. Jay's saying if we concede 5 or less, I will take it as a win. Yep, 100%, mate. I said, yeah, 4 or 5, I say I'll be okay with. If it starts getting 6, 7, 8s, 9s, they could easily break the record of most goals in a game and get 10 today. They could easily do that. if we are poor defensively. Now, Allardyce has only had a few days with them, so who knows if he's had the right amount of time to get his ideas across defensively. There was a quote, I saw it on Twitter, Sky Sports said, like, it was on their app or something, someone screenshotted it. A quote from Firpo, and it said, "We have practiced defending." What? The fact that he's had to come out and say, "We have practiced defending," does that mean that under Bielsa, Marsh and Grazia, they weren't practicing defending? Does that mean that it was all focused on attack and just winning second balls in the opposition half? Now, obviously, they will have. This is just ludicrous of me to say, but of course they'll have practiced defending in training before. But the fact that Firpo's come out and said that, you can understand why people are thinking, well, did we not practice defending under Grazia and under Marsh and Bielsa? Did that not happen? God's sake, it's just laughable at the minute, innit? Let's just get into some more comments there. I will take a win today, mate. I hope that Sam will make them up for it. Yeah, I think he'll help from a confidence point of view, but it all changes when you cross that white line. And look, I was saying to my uncle on phone earlier, obviously I'll be going to pick him up soon, but I was saying to him on phone earlier, I said, I can see it being a similar pattern to most Leeds United games. I think we could easily contain City for maybe, even if we say 15 minutes, first 15 minutes, let them have the ball, just pass it about, and you'll think, right, it's working this, we're keeping them at bay. Then they'll break the deadlock and they'll score, and then it'll all just go out the window then. Everything will go out of the window. That's, because look at Bournemouth. First 20 minutes, we're all over them. Bournemouth couldn't get out their own half. But then the first time they went up, they scored, and then it just went to pot. And that's just typical Leeds. And it wouldn't surprise me if it was the exact same today. I bet we will get a win at both games. God. They're more bothered about Champions League. Let's hope they are, David. Let's hope they are, mate. Because, I think City have just got that dog in them now. I think, now that they can almost taste the title, they're on for a treble. They'll want that treble. And yeah, they may rest a few players today. I don't think De Bruyne is going to be fit, even though I did see him in their training video the other day. So maybe he is fit, but I still don't think they'll risk KDB for this game. He might be on the bench. I don't even think Calvin Phillips will start. I think he'll be on the bench, but I think, again, he'll come on and he'll play which will be weird to see Phillips play against us, because obviously at the game at Ellen Road, first game after the World Cup, was it the first game after the World Cup? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. He was on the bench, but he didn't come on. But I think today he will, just because they've got the Champions League semi-final on Tuesday night. So yeah, hopefully they're more bothered about it. But I think they'll be bang up for this, because they'll want that treble 100%. I just worry about the quality of players we have. I don't think any manager can turn our season around. I'm hoping Big Sam can prove me wrong and get Strout looking like a prime Maldini. Yeah, look, and I think it's the quality, Jay. I think it's the mentality as well. As I've said there, I think the confidence will be with them for however long they can contain Man City and keep them at bay. But the minute they break the deadlock, or they start to come into the game more, at least, I think it's just good night Vienna then. And look, I still think we're going down. I think they've panicked. I think this Big Sam appointment, yeah, it's got everyone feeling a bit positive, and it's just, a bit of banter and that, but I think they've made the change way too late. If it was going to be Big Sam, they should have done that when they appointed Javi, for me. Because then he'd have at least had more time to get his ideas across. He's got 4 weeks. And he's only had, 2 or 3 days with them prior to this game. It's not a lot of time to prepare for Man City. It's not. Yeah, he'll have longer with them for the Newcastle game and West Ham and Spurs, but I just can't see it, guys. I really can't see him keeping us up. I am Believe me, I'm here to be proven wrong, like we all are. 100%. Of course I am. Of course I want to be proven wrong. I want Leeds to remain a Premier League club. I don't want to go back into the abyss and into the Championship because it's dog awful. And there's no guarantee that we'll come straight back up because, guys, we are not Burnley. We are not Burnley. Look at Norwich. They're usually yo-yo club. They aren't even in the playoffs. Look at Watford. They're not even in the playoffs. Sheffield United have just been promoted, fair play, but they had to do 2 seasons before getting promoted again. I don't think it'll be quite 16 years, but I think if Leeds go down, I think there'll be a few seasons down there. I really do. But again, it all depends on how we approach the Championship, doesn't it? One thing for sure, players will only get one chance to impress Big Sam, so they have... Yeah, exactly. I think if anyone goes out there and plays poorly today, I think they'll be straight axed because Big Sam won't take any SHIT, will he? He just won't. So hopefully that is a positive and makes them play better. Who knows? Jordan's saying the scenes when Big Sam gets a 0-0 draw today. God. Could you imagine if we actually beat them though? And I'm sorry to mention it because it just gets people's hopes up, but could you imagine Big Sam Allardyce comes in, first game away at the Etihad, and I don't care, I'll say it, he shithouses a 1-0 win with like 30% possession. Expected goals 0.01. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the scenes in Leeds City Centre tonight if we pull off that? Because it could only take one win to keep us up, guys. But it's just, can we get that win? I don't think we'll get it today. But, Newcastle, West Ham, and Spurs. West Ham, for me, is the only game that I can see us getting anything from in that. But, obviously, today's focus is on the Etihad, and I just... Nah, I'm not even gonna put myself through it to get my hopes up for this. I'm just not, because then I'll just be gutted if it don't happen. But H says 1-0 Leeds, Phillips own goal. We'll keep it tight and we'll play decent. Phillips makes a mistake. Could you imagine if Phillips scores an own goal? Oh my word! Could you imagine the scenes? Oh my word! Ernie's in the building. Morning, Charlie. Morning, mate. I need to get them. Need to get them as soon as they have the ball, mate. Shuffle them a bit, and here we'll have a 1-0 win. Yeah, but you see, I get why you're saying that, Ernie, but if we press Man City and if we go gung-ho at them, they will pick us apart, mate. They will rip us to shreds. It's going to be 10 men parked behind the ball, and we're going to hope for counter-attacks today. That's what's going to happen. City are probably going to have between 80 and 90% possession, and Leeds are just going to have to try our best to pick our moments in this game, because we're not going to have a lot of moments, I don't think, but I think we'll get the odd one, and if we get them, we need to be taking them, or we at least need to be testing Edison or Ortega, whoever it is in goal for them today. And speaking of goalkeepers as well, Sam Allardyce did say that his biggest decision to make today will be who plays in net. So for me, the fact that he said that makes me think he's going to change it up and put Robles in. And I saw Simon Grayson say it on that William Hill thing, that he thinks Meslier should be dropped just to get him out at firing line just for the remaining games of the season. And I do tend to agree, because for me today, it doesn't matter who's in goal. For me, we're losing this game. But at least Robles has the experience to not do certain things that Mellier's been doing, i.e. the 2 mistakes at Fulham. Free kicks is really vulnerable at. Set pieces in general. If you look at the second Bournemouth goal last week where he just palms it into Lerma's path, I think if Robles was in net, he doesn't do that. And I understand why they've stuck with Meslier, because I think to drop a goalkeeper after a poor run, it can be damaging to his confidence. But I think it'll actually massively benefit him if he's just taken out of the firing line. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if Meslier did start today, but the fact that Big Sam said that makes me think that he could shuffle the pack and he could put Robles in today. And if Robles comes in and keeps a clean sheet, fair play, but I don't think he will. So yeah, look, guys, just to finish this stream, obviously we've been going nearly 24 minutes, just for like the last few minutes. Let's just have some score predictions in. And proper score predictions as well, not like OTT. Let's have some genuine score predictions for what you all think is going to happen today. I'll get mine out of the way first. I know I've just said real proper score lines and not banter ones, but mine sounds like it's going to be a banter one, but head or heart, head or heart, head or heart. Stuff it. I'll say we'll score, but I'm going 6-1 to Man City. 6-1. I think Nonto will score our goal. I don't think we'll score first. I think the game will be pretty much dead and buried when we do get a goal, if we get the goal. But I'm just going to go 6-1 to Man City. And in fairness, if it was that, I wouldn't mind. I'd happily just take it and move on, to be fair. So yeah, that's my score prediction, 6-1. Ernie's saying 1-0 Leeds. God, you're a better man than me, Ernie. You're a better man than me. There's 19 of you in the building, by the way, guys. Please smash a like. Please subscribe if you're brand new and get your score predictions in the chat. And I'll flash them up on screen. JC's saying Phillips scores a 90th minute own goal equaliser. Pep puts on Haaland. He then scores a 92nd minute own goal winner. Removes his Man City shirt, showing off a massive Leeds badge tattoo on his chest. He's one of us. Oh, God. The scenes, Jay, the scenes. And then his score prediction is torn between 6-1 City or 8-0 City. Yeah, I'm a bit like that, to be fair. I said 8-0 originally. But obviously, like I say, on match day, you feel a little... obviously, I know I've still got us down for a heavy defeat, but I feel a tiny bit more confident about it being a slightly better scoreline. So that's why I thought I'd just say 6-1. As I said, willing Onto to score, I don't know, 6 goals for City. We'll say Haaland hat-trick, Foden, Mahrez, John Stones, I don't know, something like that. And then City can move on to their Champions League. And you know what? I hope City do win the Champions League this season. I think they've got the best squad in Europe, in my opinion. And for me, they do deserve it. They've won everything else. I know they've had a lot of money, and that's why they are where they are today. But you still need to assemble the correct squad. You still need to spend your money wisely. And yeah, I it's tough to say because we're playing them today, but I don't mind City, and I really do like watching them, to be fair. H has gone 1-0 Leeds or 8-0 City. So optimistic then, mate, yeah? 1-0 Leeds or 8-0 City, yeah. So look, I was at the Etihad last season when they scored 7 past us. That wasn't a good night out at all. I hope everyone that's going up there today has a good day, as good of a day as you can. At least it's a day out in Manchester, innit? You can go out afterwards. I suppose it is a good night out, Manchester, to be fair. But yeah, guys, look, we'll bring the stream to a close there. We've nearly been going for half an hour. As I say, guys, this is just something new that I thought I'd try on the channel. So hit me up in the comment section in the live chat or the comment section after the stream ends. Is this something that you would like to see moving forward? Literally just a quick half-hour match day stream just to get some initial thoughts on the game that's coming up. If you do want that, please let me know and I will start to do it. Obviously, next week I am on holiday, but obviously from the West Ham game onwards, I will start to do it for games, even next season as well. So yeah, hit me up with some feedback on this stream, guys. That would be very much appreciated. Just before you leave as well, smash a like on the video if you don't mind. It really helps get the video out there and it helps get more eyes on the channel. Please subscribe as well. I'm on the road to 3,000. I really want to hit it as soon as possible. That would be brilliant. Hit that notification bell and get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section after the live stream ends. Come on, Leeds. Come on. Come on, Big Sam. Hopefully we can do this, guys. Hopefully we can pull off a result. But I think it's unlikely. But we'll soon see in a few hours, and I'll see you in a bit. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.